Hey guys, it's Pope, and from the title of this video, you can guess, I have huge news. I am pregnant. I am 10 weeks pregnant. By the time I post this, I'll probably be closer to 11 weeks. Almost being done with my first trimester now. It has been challenging so far. I don't think there are words that can describe literally how thrilled I am. Just really looking forward to this new chapter of my life. It's scary, it's intimidating, but mainly I'm just excited and very happy. It was really cool from the very get-go to see my body start to adapt and change and prepare to carry a baby for 9 months. It's been pretty crazy to experience it. Like, you hear about all the symptoms and how your body changes it and this and that, but you never really understand it, I don't think, until you go through it yourself. So there's been a lot of moments like that, like, oh, I didn't expect it to be like this. It has been so challenging trying to keep this a secret for this long, for like 2.5 months. I didn't enjoy keeping it a secret at all because I'm so used to being so open on all of my platforms and like sharing a lot of my life, like the highs and lows, and it felt so weird to be able to just like, oh, I'm just not going to compete anymore for this year, when I really would rather have been truthful, but I had to make sure and tell my family and Josh's family first and our close friends, and we wanted to do all of that really like in a personal way, like in person for all of them. It's just so awesome to finally get to be like sharing the excitement, and now to be sharing it to the whole world, finally screaming it from the rooftops to like show you guys what I have going on now, and just like an intro to the next chapter of my life. It's gonna be fun to document. I plan on videoing my workouts and just tracking my progress overall. I know there is not a lot of information out there in regards to like fitness world during pregnancy, so I'm going to try to do my best to show how I'm handling it and what different things have worked best for me, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What made it especially hard is I started showing almost immediately. It was so crazy. I think that's pretty uncommon. Most people don't start to show till the end of the first trimester, but I think because my torso is so short, my doctor also said it depends on how your uterus is sitting in your body when you start to show. I had a little bump already by 6 weeks, and even at 4 weeks, I could tell that I had like a tiny little bump starting. It was really crazy. So I couldn't really film my workouts anymore because it was becoming pretty obvious so fast that I was pregnant. And so I just stopped filming my workouts and have been not vlogging as much to try to keep it a secret. It's been hard. I actually had planned on waiting a bit longer to announce it, but my bump is getting too obvious, and I'm just tired of hiding it too. It's something I really want to be celebrating, and I hate having to keep it a secret. I'm so glad it's not a secret anymore. So far, the experience has been kind of like up and down. I've had like good days and bad days. From week 5 to like week 8, I was really struggling with morning sickness. I was throwing up, I was extremely nauseous and barely able to eat, especially week 6. That was the worst. Like, I mean, crackers, mashed potatoes saved my life a few nights. Had just instant mashed potatoes for dinner because that's all I could tolerate. I didn't expect it to be that bad. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be like that, but it was a lot worse than I had ever imagined it feeling like. To me, it's been like having a hangover, but when you're like sick from a hangover, usually throwing up or like being sick will make you feel better. But when it's morning sickness, throwing up doesn't make you feel any better. It gives you relief for like 5 minutes, and then the nausea comes back. So it's like frustrating, but once I found like my go-to foods, it kind of got better. Once I got to week 8, it started to taper off a bit, and now I'm feeling pretty okay. Also, the extreme fatigue. Oh my gosh, in those like 6 to 8 weeks, I could not make it through the day. Literally would wake up, try to focus on my nutrition coaching, weightlifting coaching, and then I would just be zonked. Like, that's all the energy I had was to do my computer work, and I wasn't even doing any workouts for those weeks because I was too exhausted and too nauseous. I'm used to training hard, like 3 hours a day in the gym, 5 or 6 days a week, and then to go to like maybe getting in 1 or 2 30-minute workouts per week. That was like a shock to my system, like mentally. And so that was tough. But now I am built back up to like 3 or 4 days a week. I'm doing like 1 or 2 lifts and then a Metcon. And I'm like figuring out what I can and can't do as my body's changing. It's a new challenge. It's definitely mentally challenging too, not just like physically. Also, like, I'm used to having my nutrition dialed in at all times, like year round, and now it was like just survival mode, whatever I could eat to get through the day and keep my nausea down. So for a few weeks I was eating literally only carbs, like toast, crackers, like cereal, like the mashed potatoes. I said that was a big hit. Oh, and yeah, at one point I was really craving giant salted pretzels and McDonald's French fries. That was the first like big craving I had that would like help my nausea. So yeah, not the healthiest choices. Oh, and bagel bites. I've been loving bagel bites. Yeah. But this week I have started to be able to eat protein again. Not a whole lot, but at least by dinner time I've been able to stomach some protein. So we're getting a little bit back on track with proper dieting. I've had 1 doctor's appointment so far, had an ultrasound. It was so cool. On the ultrasound, could even see the heart pumping. I was crying. That is a moment I will never forget in my entire life. It was probably the happiest I've ever felt. It was so cool, such a cool experience to see your baby for the first time like that. It also kind of looks like an alien. I'll show you guys some of my pictures so far of like my little baby bump progress. It's getting pretty real now. My belly is starting to poke out in all my shirts. You can basically tell I'm pregnant in anything I'm wearing now, which is super weird to see my body changing like that, but it's also really, really cool. I actually found out I was pregnant the morning of my photo shoot that I was doing for like ROMWOD and LiftRx and a bunch of different companies. So it was really crazy to like get that positive pregnancy test and then have to go like do hair and makeup for a photo shoot. But I think it's cool because I can see that like joy radiating through those photos. So I love that. I love that I have all those pictures now forever to know like that was the beginning of growing this little human. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.